Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SDL0320 representing JVS. So I'm back here again for another review for this pretty crazy anime TV show, One Punch Man. This is going to be a review for episode 3 and 4, which I just got through. I'm actually freaking hightailing it with this episode. It's crazy. One episode was named The Obsessive Scientist. The second one is named The Modern Ninja. So I'll read the synopsis for the Obsessive Scientist now. Saitama and Genos track down an evil scientist who wants to know the secret of Saitama's power. I mean, when I looked at the last clip of the second episode, I was like, this dude's on some other stuff, because he's the one that sent all these mutanoids essentially to Saitama's apartment. Now the thing was that I liked a bit when they started describing his backstory. It was like he's this amazing genius and he had all these aspirations and ideals, but he was just skewed in the sense that he wanted to further humanity by evolving it unnaturally, and it made him a heretic and it made him a creeper. Essentially nobody wanted to basically support his findings of what he wanted to do, and it was a conflict of interest because he was like gonna do it no matter what. Like, this is his life's goal, and so that's where we got full circle. Like, I think when he was like 7 years old, like, he became younger again and started cloning himself. So I mean, I thought his character was really interesting, but when they started to go into the Carnage Kabuto, because they were trying to basically barricade themselves in, by the time it was so funny, because by the time that Genos and Saitama went to the location, like, Genos just destroyed the building. I was like cracking up, and Saitama was like, that wasn't very nice. I was like, I mean, one thing I know about their dialogue, and just the dialogue of just the show, is very comedic, very funny, but it's serious stuff that's actually happening. Like, people are dying left and right, and there's a lot of impending danger. The only thing that Saitama doesn't have any real fear of anything. When you actually see the fight between, well, no, I even stop before I do that, because Saitama and Carnage Kabuto, that fight was pretty epic. But to see Genos try to go and beat this guy ahead of time, he basically set himself up all over again, because he was incorrecting himself. He was like, I can do this, and he was overestimating his opponent all over again. And it's like he's not really learning from Saitama, because I mean, the thing about I'm sorry, I keep on mispronouncing his name, Saitama, is he waits for the enemy to fight him essentially at all times, and it was like Genos got his butt whooped. And it was funny because each time he would let him fight, and then eventually Saitama, he stopped. He held him in his hands, and like, he's like, look, you are not okay. Like, your hair is on fire from your own fire. And I thought that was so comedic. But then when Carnage eventually tries to attack Saitama, he stops in fear, and I was like, what is this dude just sensed out of him? Because he's supposed to be the ultimate, you know, evolution of mankind, essentially. He's unbalanced, so it's like, why would he have enough sense to just stop like that on the dime? And then it provoked him to use his whole strength, and you're thinking, oh snap, Saitama's about to get murked. What y'all think happened? Either way, the ending for it was epic. Even like the Dr. Genos, he was like, I think his last dialogue was like, I think I'm gonna rethink this whole evolution thing. I think I'm gonna stop, because they saw like the way that Genos and Saitama just left, and it was just really funny. I liked that episode. It was entertaining, but at the same time it was action packed. One of the things about this show is just so groundbreaking as far as how much work they put into the actual animations and the subtle tones of hand-to-hand combat. They're just surreal. Like, I mean, it shows how far anime has come from shoot, Ninja Scroll to, I mean, Princess Mononoke to even Akira. Like, it goes there, and I love the animation style. And so this episode, I would give it actually a 9 out of 10. I actually really liked the episode. The next episode I think was really funny. I'll read the synopsis for it real quick, though, so you can get a gist of what it's really about. The modern ninja's name is a group of bald thugs use body armor to terrorize rich people. Sonic Speed, hired ninja, fights them. Unfortunately, he meets Saitama, who's also bald. And so that whole premise in itself, you got like a whole bunch of bald guys that's got these suits, and these suits are really powerful. Like when they were trying to destroy one of the buildings, I thought they were gonna blow it up or something like that, and they just go casual shoot. Like no, like they cracked the building in half and it tumbled over, and I was like, what? And so I was thinking this might actually be a good fight for Saitama, but the episode was more of a comic relief because, all honesty, by the time Saitama actually gets to the main bad guy, and he basically took offense because he's like, I don't want to be perpetuated as a villain, and at the same exact time he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do something about it, because before he wasn't gonna do anything about it. And I just thought that this episode was more comedic than everything. And then even when they had like the Sonic Ninja, which I mean it's really about him, he's trying to protect the guy that is the money bags that this group is trying to attack his building. And by the time he gets on the scene, I was like, this dude is real. Like, he's seriously fast, he's arrogant, but then he's got this weird issue where he's uncontrollable laugh. And I was like, what is this, man? It was cracking me up. I mean, even when Saitama, like, fought the main bad guy, like, how he beat him, I thought that was hilarious. Even his dialogue when him and the ninja finally meet, and Ninja's like, where's the, whatchamacallit? He's like, he's down that way running ball naked. I was like, that was hilarious. And it was just such a misunderstanding that happened. But then the ninja, he was like, shoot, you the only one here. Like, we're going to do this. And how the fight ended was so classic that I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, that had to hurt. I was like cracking. You have to see the episode to understand what I'm talking about. But one of the things that was a subtle thing that I saw finally is Genos finally getting repairs. I was like, this guy keeps coming back completely fine. I was like, this got to be a lot of money, and like, why does somebody keep repairing him? You finally get to see the professor that's been helping him out, and their dialogue and him talking about Saitama and like him wanting to be better, or not just better, but just a better fighter. And the funny thing was that the professor was like, you have the ability of being better than him. That's basically through the arguments that I'm going to give you. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't care what you put in this man. Like, this is a man versus a machine. Like, he can still break that. A machine can be broken. You know, if you got somebody whose skin is so impenetrable that, I mean, they get put through a wall, they're okay. Like, how's he honestly going to beat him? So I think that's going to be interesting. I think it's interesting foreshadowing, because the way it ends is like our main character is upset because nobody treats him like a hero. They even thought he was a terrorist. So they're going to start trying to be official heroes and signed up for registration. So it's interesting to see where it's going to go. I actually thought this was really funny. It wasn't the best episode, but I thought it was hilarious. So I give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. And I've been enjoying the series a lot. Hopefully y'all go and check it out whenever you can. Leave your comments below if you actually watched the series and you like it. And stay tuned. Come tomorrow, I'll try to do episode 5 and 6 and maybe 7 and 8. We'll see. But that's my review. Y'all take care. JVS, SEL 0320. Whew, this anime is crazy.